You're listening to a Loot Dummies podcast, lootdummies.com. Welcome to Dungeons and Dragons and Dummies, a weekly podcast following a group of friends as they battle across a homebrewed world called Antiriath in Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition. Welcome back to the world of Antiriath as we continue our Unstable Evolution campaign. With Book 3, join your hosts, Yvatlia Barksinger, the accomplished elven artist, a druid from the Mahogany Heart Grove, played by Joey, Ullendor the Undying, or Ollie, the hulking elf druid and the defender of nature, played by Seth, Nomitrian Grassling, better known as Ohm, the traveling philosopher bard, the lizard folk, played by Taylor. And last but not least, the creator of our beautiful world, the man of many voices, and our dungeon master, Sam. Chinga tu madre, pinche puta madre, wey.
Oh my god. That's not necessary.
What?
The profanity.
I'm back.
We're not crass around here, Taylor. I think all the time about what your mom said after
Enjoy.
listening to our podcast.
That we say fuck a
I'll
lot.
say fuck a lot.
You say fuck too much, but
Other than that, it's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I just laugh at it, and sometimes I feel convicted.
Never speaking again. I don't even know your mother.
Oh my god.
You could say, I'd say fuck in front of her.
Yeah, I was gonna say she didn't say you say the F word too much. She said you say fuck too much.
I listen to y'all's podcast. Y'all say fuck a lot or something like that. I was like, oh, I was like, do we?
Yeah, our mom has asked about it. I was like, you can't listen. Because here's the thing. Even if we didn't have potty humor,
That's true.
even if we didn't curse and didn't have potty humor, even when we're like getting in the
handle
zone,
the violence.
we'll describe things really violently, and she couldn't handle
Oh, that's
Yeah,
true.
that's what I
She
told her. I
couldn't.
was like, look, it's profane and you could handle that, but it's way too violent for you. And she's like,
Yeah.
oh, I don't want violence.
Yeah, like if something comes on TV, Joey, she'll like run out of the room. Oh, I don't want to watch that. That's scary.
that. And she'll guilt trip our father.
Yeah. If something's PG, she debates whether she's going to watch it or not.
Really?
You're morally
Yeah.
unsound. I don't know how you can watch that. He's just like, oh my god, it's not real.
Not
Really
real.
unsafe.
It's a fictional character.
Meanwhile, every night I have to fall asleep to some documentary about a lady who drowned her 5 kids or killed her
Oh my
husband or
God.
whatever.
Ears were
Like-
cut off. It's just like, my god.
You listen to what when you go to sleep?
True crime.
Shows she watches every night, true crime
True
stuff.
crime shows.
I hate it.
Murder documentaries.
I call it her murder porn.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
horrifying.
murder
Okay, I'm
That's a
getting
good word
everything
for
loaded
it.
up. Dogs just came in. I can confidently tell you that the stuff coming out right now is by far the worst we've had so far. So let's get this going while I still have the juice.
Out of the dogs or out of the sky?
Jesus.
Okay, good.
Jesus.
You have no room to talk, Taylor. The words you just
Yeah,
said a few moments
Yeah,
ago.
you literally
what?
know.
I
room.
missed a good one. Oh,
All right. Well, if you are here and prepared and ready to GO, then I believe it is time for a
you
re.
can't. I
Recap.
don't think you can. I don't think you can say that many re's and
Yeah, you
and
can. As long
order.
as you say that many, you're safe.
Yeah,
That's
yes,
okay.
Two.
Okay, you gotta do at
Two
least
is the
6.
problem.
Greater than or equal to 3. We're safe.
Or 1.
Okay,
1
so you can be
or
like
3 plus.
re.
Mm.
All right, hold on. Cut the pause out. Cut the pause out.
Space them all equally.
Oh, I almost spit beer all over my screen.
Oh my god!
What?
I controlled myself.
When I did the thing, and you sounded like you were squirming with a ball gag in your mouth.
Yeah. It was just beer. There was no ball
Whoa.
gag involved.
I thought
Hi,
you
Mom.
said I almost just spit brie all over my monitor. I thought you were eating brie cheese.
Oh my god! Holy fuck!
How good would that be?
I really could have sworn my gummy wore off like 3 hours ago, but
Hell yeah, brother. I'm just kicking in.
Can you imagine if I had like a big sleeve of club crackers and some brie and like a little
A hot wedge of brie.
yeah, and a little ramekin of caramelized onions?
in the previous session, we start out on the 44th of Frost. We begin speaking to Tormund Greybeard at the Confluence Guildhall in
Aw.
Bilyatok. Tormund says Zaius is a victim and perpetrator of this Sycamore person. Sycamore, last told, rents a space in the Archbishop's Tower in Savorni Reka. Following that conversation, we attend a wake in honor of the fallen heroes. There was some revelry, but we wake up at the Guildhall and prepare for a journey to Savorni Reka. 4 days into our travels, it is the first of the month of Thaw. We come upon some totems and a raised dais held up by trees. There's a bear totem, a wolf totem, an eagle totem, and a boar totem. And everyone becomes uneasy as we hear some low growls as we realize we're surrounded. We roll for initiative as these strange, very large wolves pounce out of the woods with vines and twigs and sticks and bushes growing out of them. Yvat yeets a fireball as Ohm drops a golden dragon in the middle of the fight. Olindor takes control of the storm and transforms into an air elemental. The wolves are ineffective at first as Yvat yeets a second fireball and toasts one wolf. Ohm gets in his second nat 20 of the fight, and the dragon breathes fire onto the wolves. As the wolf fight is continued, one of the wolves rushes in and shakes spores onto Avatlia, and she becomes poisoned. As the wolves are in disarray, they attempt to flee, but Avatlia blights one to annihilation, and then another escapes. The summoned dragon then enters the broken totem of the wolf, and he receives an item called Karagon's Promise. And that's where my notes stop.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Sam kept Sam's promise to make that item in D&D Beyond, so you can add it. It's just a minor little trinket. You don't have to commune with it or anything, but it gives you advantage on persuasion checks.
Oh, cool.
It doesn't help you if you're having like a one-on-one meeting and trying to persuade someone, but if you're like giving a speech or something like that, then you get advantage on that persuasion check.
Interesting. Okay.
Quick question. What is the best tool to make a car move?
Wheels. Fucking nailed it.
A screwdriver.
Well, I mean, Joey did good with the rim job, but
Rim shot.
what I don't even care anymore. I'm saying rim job every time. No, now there's only one word. Rim shot's not a word for me anymore. There's rim and it has two meanings.
I like that. Yeah, that's fine. I accept it.
Okay.
I do not accept it because you said I did it.
Are you against giving rim jobs, Joey?
Yes.
No. All right. Well, teach their own. Everybody has their lines.
Correct.
So it was getting on evening, so now it is actually after dark. So y'all are probably gonna go ahead and rest for the evening, and nothing's gonna disturb you. And y'all are in a new month. The first time we've hit thaw. Y'all are in the spring month now, so things are starting to warm up a little bit. There's the earliest blooms are starting to show. As you enter this region, it's think like Mediterranean climate. It's really dry, and so as you guys are heading further south into this, it's definitely warming up quite a bit. As y'all cross over the river and past Primern, so y'all can continue on for a few days of travel. You pass a couple towns, eventually reach the town of Supalinia, which is a tourist destination. It's actually bustling with visitors that are here to see the early blooms in the orchards that are here, passing there on the 4th. As you're traveling along, you're running into a few animals, a few altered beasts, that is. Some of them are creatures you can help, like turtles with some pebbles growing on their backs. They need a good scrubbing, and find like a 8-winged Luna moth that's glowing with radiant light one night. And then you do find some that are beyond your aid. We have combats against some of the bigger ones that have like these really spectacular powers and stuff, but all along the way you're finding lots of like smaller creatures with more mundane transformations that may or may not alter that creature's life in a significant way. A day after you pass by Supalinia, you come to a quaint little inn. It's run by a couple of halflings, and it's almost all halflings inside. You see a few people that are clearly travelers that aren't halflings, and you hear people talking. Actually, the proprietor of the establishment, Mr. Herb Cotton Socks,
Oh,
talks to
Oh
you.
yeah.
He says, you folks traveling over to Supalinia for the blooming of the orchards?
no.
Oh, where are you headed then? You know, if you really want to see something beautiful, the vineyards in Rostlinia really the place to be. But you have to be more of a gentle folk. But you folks seem nice enough. I think they'd like you down there.
We have been sent by the mother to lay waste to the blight upon this land.
Oh, on second thought, maybe you should just keep passing through.
Holmes steps in front of Ollie with a grin on his face. I've always loved your people, the halflings. You have such an appreciation for the beauty of nature. Isn't it a wonderful time of year right now with the blooms and the first of thaw?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, that's what I was just telling your friend here. You know, down in town just south of here, they have the finest vineyards in all the land, as well as the finest pork. Of course, I've heard they're having some issues with their pigs at the moment, so I'm not real sure they're going to be making any exports anytime soon.
What's the matter with their pigs?
I'm not sure exactly. They seem to have taken ill. Yeah, apparently they sent word to the city asking for some sort of healer to come check them out, but I don't know. I hope they can make it in time. There's not any permanent damage.
Is this worth looking into? Or do we continue on our hunt?
I think we're on a bit of a urgent mission. We're saving the world from these mutated creatures.
He says, "Oh yeah, of course. Seems to be all the rage these days. You know, maybe that's what's going on. I haven't heard exactly what the situation seems to be. Oh goodness. I hope they're all right down there. But
It's on the way to Savorni Rekka, you said?
you got to take a little detour. It's a couple hours off the path. Not too bad, but it's got a beautiful view. There's a waterfall that cascades down and fills the river basin there. The soil is so delicate and soft.
I've been there on my travels. It's a nice place. Do you have anything to eat or to drink?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, get your wine here. If you guys said you're headed to the capital, you won't be getting any there. He pours you up a glass of wine. Best in the whole continent right here. So Alm would know from passing through that drinking is outlawed within the city limits.
What kind of savage maniacs are they? They've left civilization behind, no wine.
Oh, I don't know about all that. It's the greatest jewel in all the continent. They just, they're particular there.
Outrageous.
Well, I'm glad they make the sacrifices for us.
Savorni Rekka follows the rule of man. It's a fairly strict place. It's a shame, things like hops and barley that grow as part of nature's beautiful bounty are outlawed, but it is what it is. We'll take a room for the night, or 3.
Certainly. Y'all are welcome to stay as long as you like. How do y'all pay for things? Do y'all have gold? Did y'all get some gold?
Above table, we haven't really talked about it, but I
Yeah.
assume that Ohm is kind of like Shadow was. Like, I just carry like 100 gold at all times and then just leave the rest,
Yeah.
Kind of like a bare minimum approach.
I imagine that's what Vivantli would do as
I
well.
wouldn't be surprised if Ollie had like 3 copper coins.
Yeah, because Ollie didn't have like a home for a long time. Like he didn't have like
Still
anything.
doesn't. He
Yeah.
still only has what's on him.
What does and you don't have to answer this right now if you want to think about it, but like what kind of payment does Evatlia seek for art? Does she just sell it for cash and that's where she gets her money, or is there something else she likes to trade for it?
Ivatli is aware that the gold coin and the copper coin is common currency, and that is necessary occasionally to acquire supplies, but also has done some bartering in the past.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
Ivalia would have some coin on her.
Yeah, I would think that Evatlia would be the best off of everyone. Like she has a trade that she can ply. It's not like
Right.
it's hard to afford a room. I just the thought crossed my mind of like your last characters had a dragon horde's worth of gold.
Would we have been given any supplies on this kind of mission, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know how much Mother would have been able to supply, but she probably would have been able to supply some, and then the Confluence would have hooked you up with, some base, a couple hundred gold or whatever to get you through. Interesting thought. Okay, so you guys sleep the night away. What are you guys doing? You're all gonna pop by Roslina or just keep heading?
Ollie would go see the pigs. Out of
Ivatlia would go
curiosity.
see the cascading waterfall and the supple soil.
Home is happy to follow.
Okay.
Investigating, gathering information. He still feels very behind on what's going on.
That's a great point. You want to see more for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is happening? There's sick pigs. What does that mean?
Okay. Let me grab you guys. So you guys head just a little bit further south, and it's enough to get you a little bit closer to the coast. It's warmer here. The air has a little bit more humidity. You're almost to the point that it's getting a little bit briny. But as you approach this town, you can kind of see it from a distance, and it's tucked up against this cliffside. And sure enough, there's this beautiful waterfall cascading over the cliff and running a little river through this very quaint small town. As you enter the town, you see that it's almost entirely comprised of halflings. Super idyllic. There's lots of vineyards on your way in, a few different orchards. The earliest of the trees, the cherries, are starting to blossom. And as you head into town, you get a little bit of a cold shoulder at first. There's people definitely who give you a sneering eye, but before long, a person walks up and says, "Oi there! Are you the medics from the capital?"
Not exactly. We can potentially take a look and see what we can do for livestock.
Oh, well, good. Well, if you already know about the situation, yeah, come quick. Oh, it's our poor pigs. I tell you, every single one of them has a bit of a problem.
Oh, you're the pig farmer. All right, I know what's going on.
Well, no, I'm not the pig farmer. That'd be Hobart.
Oh,
My name's Garfin. Nice to meet you. He reaches his hand out to shake your hands. Garfin. Garfin. He takes you over to the pig farm, and he says, "Oh, it's just terrible. It really is. Hobart, these people are here to help us." Hobart comes over. He's sweating. You see all the pigs standing out there, and it doesn't seem that they're too upset. They seem to be just happily enjoying their slop. But Hobart comes over, and he's just wringing his hands. He's like, "Oh goodness, you're here! My pigs, you gotta help me. It's just terrible."
oh,
They seem fine.
"Well, look!" And he points out into the field, and you can see that there's some sort of white substance kind of coated on top of the slop, just kind of like a shimmer on top of it. And as you're looking out at all these pigs just kind of hanging out of there, you see one of them tenses, milk just goes spraying out of every nipple on this creature.
Oh my god.
He says, "All of them! Every single one of them is lactating, and not just the sows. And what's worse, they've all got 5 toes on their front feet."
Really?
I've got nipples, Garfin. Can you milk me?
You don't want to be milking them. They're not milk pigs. They're for slaughter, but since all their nutrients are going out in the milk, they're scrawny wee lads. You look at these pigs, they're the fattest, happiest pigs you've ever seen. We won't be able to do the spring slaughter. We won't be able to deliver them. Plus, it's just gotta be miserable. Look at it. You see another one. Spray out.
I'm going to cast Speak with Animals on myself.
I was not prepared for this.
I'm going to cast it on myself as well, so I can understand what's happening.
I was not prepared for this. I regret everything.
It's in my spell list 3 times. It is getting used.
Okay. Well, I was literally about to say that Hobart says, Wilbert, come over here and show him your toes. And the nearest one kind of snorts over to him and nuzzles up next to him.
So Ollie hops over the fence and wild shapes into a pig.
Mother of God.
This is the greatest side quest ever.
Does milk start shooting out of anything?
So Wilbert comes over and and Hobart picks up Wilbert's foot and says, "Look at this!" And you can see his 2 hoofs that are supposed to be just like 2 cloven hooves are split. He's got like a dew claw hoof coming down, so he's got 5 little toes. By the way, this one right here, this is Ollie.
Lovely. Wilbert, where have you acquired such an affliction?
I don't know. A couple weeks back, they just started swelling up. I thought I might be eating too much again, but seems to be affecting all of us. I don't know. Well, if we've been eating something weird or what, but hey, that's every single one of us. You know, I gotta say, I used to think it was kind of hot, seeing a nice, juicy sow. This ain't right. It's too much.
Does it hurt at all?
Whenever the pressure gets built up too much, and about the time he says that, he just sprays out of all of them.
Squirts.
No.
That happens.
I see.
It's really not that bad.
Would you prefer to remain as you are?
We're out of here.
No, I'd like it to stop, ideally. But, you know, I've never been a picky man. As he's saying this, he's like rooting around the ground. You see him find a half-eaten turnip covered in mud. He eats it. You guys new in town?
Ollie is walking around him, looking up underneath him in pig form. He didn't know what a pig's feet looked like, so he's also looking at his own pig's feet, and he's looking at the other pig's feet. And he's just like, huh. And he's just kind of going around checking the pigs out as a pig.
I want y'all to imagine right now that you're Hobart the pig farmer, and you're expecting some medicinal aid from the capital. These 3 random people walk up, say they're not with the capital, barely introduce themselves to you, and then start speaking to your pig. One of them turns into a pig and starts wandering around the yard. This man is traumatized. He has not spoken since this started. Anyways, you want to make a check in pig form?
Yeah. I want to try to determine if I think that these are real pigs.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, give me like a nature check, or I guess you could do like a perception check.
Yeah, let's do that.
Since you're a pig, you can roll it with advantage.
Okay, awesome. Here we go. First one's a 21, and the second one's a nat 20. Nat 20. 29.
Okay, so you're sniffing around these guys. You're like, sniffing your own armpits, and you're kind of like scoping things out. And you get real up in one's mouth. You're like sniffing the teeth. You pull one of their tails with your teeth and let it curly cue back just right. And you're like, yep, that's a pig. That's a pig if I've ever seen one. Only problem is, this one's a female, so lactating isn't too weird, except while you're doing all of its sniffing, it violently lactates everywhere.
That might be the name of the episode.
And then
Jesus
the male
Christ.
ones also seem to be lactating. So it's a little bit of a messed up situation.
Wow.
A pigsty already smells bad. Now imagine it's covered in sour milk.
Brother.
I'd really rather not.
Yeah.
Because it's called expressing milk, and you could call it vicious expression, and nobody would know until they got
Until they
there.
get
It's
in.
just viciously expressing.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
So, Ollie turns back into an elf.
What do we do for these animals?
I'll bend down and look closely at them and gently reach out and touch the teats and see if I can glean any knowledge. I would like to perform a medicine check from touching the swollen milky teats,
Oh my god.
if that would be allowed.
I'll allow it.
I get an 8.
Well, you squeeze it way too hard, and it just expresses
I'm
violently.
investigating.
Wilbert streaks back. And steps away and says, "What the hell did you go do that for?"
I just turn and look at Evatlia with the Jim from The Office face, and I just have milk all over my face.
Oh, my.
Well, you gave it a shot, I guess.
Well, Ollie has walked over just a few feet away from everybody and whips out this giant
Don't say that in this episode.
6-foot void and slaps it on the ground and crawls down into it, disappearing
Oh,
down
his
into
hole.
a black void in the ground.
He's got his emotional support hole out.
Emotional support. Oh,
Yeah,
go to my
that's
happy place. Go to my happy place.
he's crawled down into his hole and he's
Oh
rummaging
my
around
God.
down there.
Oh my god.
Garfin walks up behind you guys. He's like, "So, well, what do you think? Anything you can do for him?"
Currently, I don't think so. But did they give you any indication of what they were going to do for them when they got here?
Oh no, we don't have any speak scrolls, so we just sent a letter by writer. We haven't heard anything back. We're just hoping they send somebody soon.
Well, our companion is digging around in this hole, and he will hopefully come out with something for your animals.
Oh man, I was wondering what he was doing in there. So that's where you keep your medicines.
About that time, Ollie climbs back up out of his hole and he goes, "I got nothing."
Hobart finally shakes free of his trauma fest. Now that y'all are just three humanoids standing in front of him again, he says, "Well, y'all seem to know a lot about animals.
You could say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what might be wrong with them?"
Yeah, they're squirting milk everywhere.
They're producing milk.
He says, "Well, is he?" And he pets Wilbert's head really gently.
They are not in any pain.
Oh, thank the divine.
I'd say they're more fucking wore out.
Oh,
Well, this has been weird.
he
I'm
flops
leaving.
over on his side and spreads himself out. And when he spreads out,
What have you done to us?
You can't even finish it. He's gonna spew brie everywhere. Why did
He spewed brie on his screen. Oh god, he's gone. He's gone. He's fried.
milk squirts out. I said it. Oh my god. Okay. All right. I'm back. I'm good. All right.
I'm really bothered by the lack of fucking resolution to this situation.
Well, some things have a really direct solution, and some things, they teach you other stuff.
Yeah, I've learned some stuff. Ollie grabs Hobart by both shoulders and leans down his massive frame, dwarfing the halfling. And he says, "Sir, once we kill this man that's done this to your pigs, they'll be okay."
He just nods, wide-eyed.
Although disturbing, the elf speaks some truth. So we'll be going. Your pigs are fine.
Thank you, travelers.
Hobart,
Oh, yes.
where is the waterfalls?
They're over that way. And he doesn't actually raise his arm. And Garfin's like, "Well, ma'am, I'll show you the waterfalls right this way. You come with me."
I follow Garfin.
Yeah, so he takes you over, and it's like one huge waterfall coming off the top of the cliff, and then two other that seem to be coming out of springs, kind of like 2/3 of the way down, and another one on the other side about 1/3 of the way down, and they cascade into this basin in the bottom. The ground here is like really soft gravel, like rubbed stones. It's a truly delightful place.
While they're at the waterfall, Ollie walks over to the edge of the pool and sits down and closes his eyes and starts just kind of waving his fingers in the air, and water fairies start dancing around in the pool at the base of the waterfall.
Oh, I love that.
I'm just going to spend a few minutes and write some notes about what I'm seeing into a notebook.
I think goes around and collects some of the new blooms from the month of thaw and places some flowers around his feet and just sits and closes his eyes and crosses his legs and starts to kind of meditate near the waterfall.
Nice. That's delightful.
After about 10 minutes of just looking around and writing things down, I will put it away and stand up and kind of dust myself off and show that I'm ready to move.
With a wave of his hand, Ollie's water fairies just splash into nothingness.
Were they like made of water to begin with?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
cool.
So they're just like skating around on top.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you guys continue on. You're only a couple of days away from the capital at this point. So if we fast forward, you don't have any other interactions of significance. You pass small towns on your way in. They actually tend to get a little bit bigger as you're getting close to the city, but you make your way to the large river that runs into the city and make it to Savorni Reka on the 9th of Thaw. So as you approach this huge city, let me just kind of describe it to you. So it's got this gigantic exterior wall all the way around it. But before you even get to the wall, you know that you're approaching the city because there's miles of farmland, wheat and barley. The keen-eyed amongst you notice that there are indeed vineyards, cattle farms, and things like that. You can start to smell a sea breeze as you approach this city that down on the coast. So you're following this huge river, and so where the river meets the ocean, there's a decently sized bay right there, and then the city is built around that bay. So you come up to one of the walls of this city from the main road in. The gates are open to the city, these large portcullises. You don't have to do much in the way of customs. You just let them know that you're coming in to visit. They let you on in. As you're passing through into the middle of the city, you begin to see additional farmland inside of the city. The wall is that large that there's some apiaries and some more vineyards inside of the city. And as you delve deeper into the city, I actually think that's probably a pretty good place to call it a night. And we will explore Savorni Reka next time.
What day did we arrive here?
We arrive on the 10th of Thaw.
Those poor pigs.
That was hilarious. Ugh,
Oh my
My
gosh, that
God.
poor
was so funny.
pigs.
Poor
Very
Sam.
funny.
About had a
Good
fucking
stuff, Sam.
aspiration.
That was hilarious.
Night.
All right.
Good night.
Find out what happens to our party on the next episode. Thank you for listening, and check out lootdummies.com for more info and updates. And tell a friend about the show. Goodbye.
A day after you pass by Supalinia, you come to a quaint little inn called the Crowded Sow that is run by a couple of hobbits. You go inside, and it's actually almost all hobbits inside of this little inn. Or halflings. Sorry, don't sue us, Tolkien Estate. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Halflings. You